Over the past week and a half, I'm sure all of you guys have been online and seen at least one clip of this Marvel Rivals tournament that just happened. We had a couple of river trouts trying to shoot our brother in arms down, trying to act like 40K isn't a lot of money. Someone's got to knock these bottom feeders down to size, so let's get to work.
Talk shit to Kingsman now, Zaza.
I don't talk shit. I just tell people to shut up when they're talking shit. That's all.
Now, just a couple of days ago, the Marvel Rivals community decided to host a tournament called the Deadpool Creator Cup, where the winner would receive $18,000 with a total prize pool of $40,000. We have a couple of interesting people who were in this tournament, but let's start off with the man who this all revolves around, the man who was getting blamed for doing the right thing, Kingsman265. From what I've gathered over the whole situation, Kingsman is probably a 20-year-old college kid who's 8K in debt off of the semester, and I know what that's like. Once you lose that fastball, all of a sudden college ain't a game no more. Dude probably isn't playing any sports, so when he's not studying, he's chosen to put his efforts into a video game tournament, which I can't shame him on, as I've done it myself. Back in the day when I was a kid, I used to join PlayStation Open tournaments and hope that I could whoop some people's asses with my 65%er with Cassie Cage, but let me digress. A lot of people like to complain in this situation and act like $40,000 for one tournament isn't someone's yearly income. For these river trouts, of course it isn't a lot of money. These guys are selling their bodies online and acting like fools. Normally, all of this wouldn't be a big deal, but we got to talk about the fact that this girl was going 0-5-0 in a game where you get a kill credit for landing at least one shot on someone who's been killed. And that's fucking atrocious. This woman must not even been in the room while this shit was going on. You got this girl having the audacity to tell this dude to shut the fuck up. Girl, your jelly bean must be swollen. We got to get you back on the rag if you know what's good for you. For the most part, that's the basis of the video. It's really just a dude getting mad at his teammates for not being able to provide somewhat decent gameplay in a game that should be easy for all these women to play. Shit, it's all they do anyways. They get sweaty and greasy on a webcam and sniff the nuts of some devs who like to make eluding costumes and stroke their beard neck chicken gizzard double chins. Now, I'm not a big fan of Marvel Rivals, but I have played it before, so I know how shitty of a character Black Widow is. And when you're using a character that has like 200 health and gets smacked up by everybody in the game and has a shitty low fire rate sniper, to me that just makes zero sense. This girl must have a peanut in her cranium. Someone like Punisher in this game is 100% better, and that's what this dude Kingsman265 was trying to say. Instead of having a hard-headed argument, he would try to reason with this thotty and told her that she should run a different character who has some synergy or can add to the people who are providing in the game. When you got your whole team with no fucking kills and this dude's carrying it out at like 18-5, you guys want to start listening to this dude. I wish gaming lobbies were like Black Ops 2 on Hijack with motherfuckers running around with ballistas on iron sights. If these bitches grew up with that level of rage, they wouldn't act the way they do, or they probably wouldn't play a video game they suck at in the first place. Now, all of this escalated to the next level when one of these girls decided to text her boyfriend, who I guess was one of the hosts of the tournament, and he went ahead and abused his privilege and kicked this dude for making any money at all. Then this 30 IQ slob decided to go ahead and say, all you guys can support Kingsman like it's fucking Israel. Now, I'm not going to divulge too much into what I think that's all about. I'm not going to fall for some fish trying to turn things political. But what I will say is you being an Arab Muslim is going to make things worse. Go ahead and divide that age gap, but don't eat a Baconator. I guarantee you your male family members aren't allowed within 100 feet of a school. I had to take a quick second. I went Super Saiyan off camera thinking about this bald-headed lard ball. But what I will say is there's a magic to my ears when I hear the clips of these women trying to defend themselves and justify their actions. You could hear it from the vocal change alone. They felt guilty. And by changing the sound of your voice from scratching and annoying to ditzy and stupid, that's not going to help your case at all. That's going to give more fuel to the fire for guys like me to come lob your head top off your shoulders. Many of these girls, without even having to look at them, you can guess what they look like. They're these e-thought alternative girls who smell like fish and need to be reprehended for their actions. They're a bad influence to all these girls who are watching these streams. Which leads me to the reason for making this video, I suppose my call to action. I find this tweet, somebody mentioned it a couple of days ago, but they said that these girls don't need to receive the punishment they got in regards to losing their brand deals and being banned off Twitch for 24 fucking hours. That ain't long enough at all. But these guys got to be removed off the platform entirely. But I suppose that's never going to happen when the Twitch CEO looks like he's on your local registry. If these guys would have started removing people off the platform years ago, we wouldn't even have a situation like this in the first place. But Twitch is infamous for being the worst streaming platform there is, and especially in regards to ethics. They don't care about quality, they care about quantity. And they don't give a fuck what you think as long as you give them a dollar bill, which is the exact opposite of how I am, I suppose. I think as a community, we all need to come together and discuss these situations, as mass opinions won't be formed until the conversation is had. I'd like to know all your guys' takes. If you're watching and have made it to this point right now, drop a comment in the section below and let me know what you think in regards to the punishment of this situation and what you think my thought process is. Do you think it's too far? Do you think it's not far enough? Questions like that lead to improvement in a situation where people like this don't exist. With all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it to this point, like I said, drop a comment in the section below, leave a like on the video, and subscribe to the channel. It's a free form of support. I appreciate you guys all for tapping in. This has been Flair HD, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.